Okay.
Good afternoon. This is Daniel Korn, located in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, a Publish America author. Today I'm going to explain how to get electricity into your van through the use of solar panels. The equipment we'll be demonstrating with is not exactly what we used in our working model. However, we are using these standalone units to demonstrate the principle behind it. First of all, to start with a small solar panel, which is not really big enough to keep a marine battery 12-volt system fully charged. However, it will maintain your battery in cold weather. So look at the solar panels for keeping your batteries healthy in the winter, especially if you're not driving your vehicle and you don't feel like taking out the battery. You just clip these two leads onto the battery terminals. One is marked positive red, one is marked negative black generally. The clips that come with them, they are supposed to provide overcharging protection circuitry so that you don't damage your battery by actually overcharging it. But this summer on the front of this vehicle we left a similar type of solar panel connected full time without using the battery whatsoever, and it's still reading about 12.56 volts, which to me designates a pretty healthy battery. The next device we're going to use in our system to get electricity converted from DC to AC, this is a Coleman 400 watt. In the truck behind me we use a 800 watt, I believe it was 1200 watts peak, 800 watts RMS average voltage. Simply, you're going to connect your battery, the positive lead from the battery to the positive terminal on the inverter, the negative lead of the battery to the negative terminal on the inverter. So keep your wires color coded if you can. Remember, positive generally goes to red, negative wire generally goes to the black. This is what converts the DC to usable AC, so you can plug in AC appliances to your inverter. I'm going to show you a little closer now what we did here. We actually used a barbecue grill with the grill and mounted the inverter inside the grill, inside of a steel spare tire wheel well, which is easily taken out in case you do need to use your spare tire. You see the orange and black wire going up to the ceiling are the wires that are connected to the battery on the roof, and in this case we used a pair of jumper cables and had some large lugs connected on to the end of the wires. We taped up our connections good so nothing can short. We tighten the terminals well so nothing can move the wires as long as they're not disturbed too greatly. It seems to work well. When you need power, simply turn on the switch and watch for the green light, and you'll hear the fan come on at first, which is the cooling fan, and then you'll hear no noise. And as long as your green light is on, you've got power to the front of the vehicle. From the inverter, we went up, kind of tied it out of the way, and went into and through the roof using a little bit of silicone, which doesn't appear to leak. And then we, coming through the top of the roof, you can see we went into the battery box with a little more silicone to keep the wires and keep everything waterproofed. Then we connected the positive lead to the top of the battery, positive red, and the negative lead to the negative terminal of the battery. And because this is in a metal box, we put a rubber insulating panel over the top of it to keep anything from shorting. In this case, As you can see from the battery box, we went to, this is kind of a side shot of the inverter that we're using mounted on a spoiler of a back of an 86 Chevy Beville sport van. This one too we sealed in silicone and to keep the moisture out, and as you can see, it's still indicating that it's receiving some sunlight and that the blue light is flashing. So, to kind of put it in a nutshell, when we wish to work inside the van at night and we have our inverter turned on here, when we step inside the van at night, we simply hit the light switch and bingo, we got light. Good talking to you. This is Daniel Korn checking out from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, a Publish America author. Thank you very much for listening. Hope it works. Any questions, you can email me at DanielTheWolf2005 at yahoo.com.